very much. I'd like to thank the Chairman McKeon, and also I'd like to thank Ranking Member Smith for holding today's important legislative hearing. And I thank the committee for kindly allowing the members of Congress to testify on our national defense priorities of FY13 National Defense Authorization Act. Mr. Chairman, the national defense issue that I would like to bring to your attention today pertains to NORAD's proposed reduction of the 24-hour alert mission requirement of 2 Aerospace Control Alert sites in the continental United States. It is my understanding that the proposal was submitted in line with the President's budget request for FY 2013 and the U.S. Air Force decision to make future structure changes. The 148th Fighter Wing of Minnesota's Air National Guard, known as the Bulldogs, operates out of Duluth, Minnesota in my district, is one of the 2 proposed ACA sites to have its 24-hour alert mission eliminated. I think we can all agree that the ACA mission plays a crucial role in defending the sovereignty of the United States airspace. In fact, the Bulldogs have performed this mission to the highest degree, protecting our nation from air threats that date back before the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001. For its noteworthy contributions, the 148th was selected for the Raytheon Trophy, formerly known as the Hughes Trophy, which is awarded for outstanding performance of an Air National Guard fighter unit within the mission of our air defense. In fact, the Director of the Air National Guard, Air Force Lieutenant General Harry M. Watt III, announced just this week that the 148th Fighter Wing was selected for the 2012 Air Force Association Outstanding Air National Guard Flying Unit. Therefore, I have great concerns that narrowing the mission of a unit nationally recognized for its high performance leaves our nation more vulnerable to attack. Specifically, there will be virtually no U.S. Armed Force protection for our country's northern border between Madison, Wisconsin, and Portland, Oregon. My greater concern, however, is that the proposed decision will reduce the 24-hour alert mission to these 2 ACA sites was based on analysis that could not adequately balance risk with target budgeted reductions. Military commanders were forced to make painful decisions that jeopardized the military readiness responding to what I consider draconian budget cuts. These cuts have and will directly affect our national security and the security of our citizens. In January 2012, the GAO produced a report titled Homeland Defense Continued Action Needed, Improvement Management of Air Sovereignty Alert Operations. That reviewed NORAD's 2010 analysis on whether it could change the number of location of its fighter sites without affecting the military's ability to defend the country against airborne attack. This report found that NORAD did not identify the potential cost savings that could result from eliminating a given number of sites. This funding, among others, led GAO to conclude that should NORAD, DOD, or Congress consider modifying the number of location of ASA sites in the future without an analysis that balances both risk and costs, decision makers will be unable to fully make informed decisions about whether the potential cost savings or increase warrants the corresponding increase or decrease in risk. I recognize that our country's current physical reality necessitates the Department of Defense to look for efficiencies and tighten its belt and look for ways to do more with less. However, I think it's imperative that these decisions that directly affect our nation's ability to defend itself should be made on the basis of risk management principles that balance risk and cost. Therefore, I support the NDAA draft language that Mr. Libando has been working on with the committee with the Direct Secretary of the Defense to maintain at our nation's existing 18 ACA sites until the Secretary submits a report that shows a cost-benefit analysis and risk-based assessment on how future ACA changes would affect the DOD budget and force structure. Thank you again to Chairman McKeon, Ranking Member Smith, and to all members of this distinguished committee for allowing me the opportunity to testify before you today on my concerns regarding this critical piece of our nation's defense system. And I and my staff stand ready to assist your committee in maintaining the constitutional mandate of maintaining our country's security. Thank you, and I yield back.
Mr. Cravaack, thank you very much.